What if I told you that you don't have to fight the messy middle and you absolutely don't have to start over either? Because there is a way to move through it and actually enjoy the process. So this weekend I had a workshop and I was reminded just how frustrating it can feel to be in that messy middle. So that's when I decided that I had to make this video. And by the way, if you're new here, my name is Kathy and I love inspiring abstract artists to thrive. So if you're anything like me or my students that I taught this weekend, you're immediately going to connect with what I'm about to say. You started painting and you're absolutely in love with what you're creating. You layer some color, you make some beautiful marks, and you just feel like everything is great. But then, as soon as you've kind of covered your canvas and start on the second layer, things start to feel wrong. Your painting looks messy and you don't have a clue what to do next. And that's when you start doubting yourself, right? And that awesome creative energy that you just felt disappears and it turns into frustration. But you don't want to give up because you want to create that beautiful painting that you have in your head. Or maybe you're even thinking about creating something that someone will love so much that they'll buy it. So you keep going, adding one layer after another, and instead of the painting getting better, it's getting worse. Nothing seems to help. And that's when you stop enjoying yourself and start to wonder if you're even cut out for this. You know, painting intuitively and playing with colors and mark making can be so much fun, especially in the beginning when anything is possible and like you have the whole world in front of you, right? But it gets harder towards the middle because you don't know how to move through the middle part. So why is this? Why do some artists just sail through the middle part like there's no tomorrow, while others just get stuck and have no clue what to do? And there is one simple answer to that question, because the messy middle is where composition comes into play. You stop feeling lost when you're able to pause, step back, and make some intentional decisions. You see, the painting process is so much more than just painting intuitively. So instead of adding more and more and just hoping that something is going to work, you have to start to really think about and try to see what your painting actually needs. All right, so let's talk about how you actually get out of this messy stage so that you can get back to enjoying what you're doing. Here are a few things that help me. I stopped focusing on the ugly parts of my painting. So instead of focusing on what's wrong, I look for something that I love. I look for color, shape, or even a mark. And then I just start there. I let that one thing guide my next steps. Another thing that I like to do is to just step back and check my composition more and more. I like to pull back to see if I have enough contrast because I don't want my painting to feel flat. I also try and look to see if I have enough variety in my shapes and my marks and where my eye goes first. Because sometimes there's only a few small things that you need to do in a composition to bring so much more clarity to it. The next thing I like to do is to let go of any pressure that I put on myself to finish my painting. So sometimes just putting the painting away for a bit is the best thing that you can do. Because when you come back, you'll see things from a new perspective. And that is exactly what happened to me with this painting. So when I finished this painting session, I really didn't think that this painting looked good at all. But I put it away, and the thing is, when I came down a couple of days later, I was like, yeah, this painting is actually as good as finished. I just need to do a few small adjustments that I can see now, and I think it's finished. So you see, when you give yourself a bit of slack and you let go of the pressure to finish everything in one session, things are easier to see later on. Once you learn how to work through the messy middle, it doesn't feel like a roadblock anymore. It just becomes part of what you do. It becomes part of the process. And you start to look at it as a challenge instead of a frustration, all right? So if you're feeling stuck right now, I hope that this reminds you that this is just a phase that you're going through and that you can learn skills that will help you move through it. So you see, one of the most important skills that you can learn is how to refine your composition. And that's exactly why composition is such a big part of my course, Intuitive and Spontaneous Abstracts. So in my course, I share a simple step-by-step framework that will help you take those messy, in-progress paintings and turn them into bold, intentional pieces that you love. So if that sounds like something that you'd like to learn more about, you can join the waitlist by using the link in the comments section. And if you want more expressive abstract painting inspiration, check out the free video that I have on my website. I'll leave the link to that in the comment section too. All right, guys, thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.